Hello and welcome to Train Sim World's roadmap walkthrough for July. Really looking forward to this one to see what's been announced, and hopefully you enjoy this one as well. And if you do, please hit that like button and also consider subscribing. It really is appreciated. So let's immediately just jump straight into that too long didn't read summary. And there's a few points here to pick up on. I think first one, which is everyone, I think, quite a large portion of the community are looking forward to, is the Class 700, which has been formally announced for release on the 11th of July, so just a week away now. Also, a new US Gameplay and Livery pack has been announced that is currently being developed by Skyhook Games. If I was a betting man, I would probably say that was for Horseshoe Curve, but yeah, we look forward to seeing what that is. HST Livery Designer and GWE, so Great Western Express patch, that very much was released today. And also alongside that patch, the updates for Midland Mainline and Linke Rheinstrecke were also released today. Confirmation that a patch for Niddertalbahn is coming later this July as well. And then we've got the classic Inside Development, which I won't be running through. I'll let you guys read through that in your own time. So let's have a look at the roadmap itself. Kind of as we suspected, as I kind of confirmed above, we got the Class 700, which is next arrival. So this is very much about what will be coming between now and the next roadmap. There's nothing else on there. We also know that the German locomotive is yet to be announced by looking at that. So curious as to what that will be. And we've got no next arrivals for any of the partners. So there's nothing else coming in in this month of July, and also the special projects team as well. So yeah, I think all we can expect this month is the Class 700, and that will be very soon. So let's jump into the roadmap in a little bit more detail. So very much happy Independence Day to all our American players within the community. Yeah, it's and of course the Class 700 is very much taking the top spot here, because that is the kind of key announcement. And yeah, we look forward to previewing it on this Thursday. So yeah, a couple of days time. Remember to check out that preview of the Class 700 if you're interested. And also, we have a bit of confirmation that 25 people within the beta tester program applicants have been selected. So, you know, if you're one of those 25, I'm sure you will have heard by now. And then we'll jump into the Class 700, because this is what we're all really here for. Obviously, we had a lot of detail in the last roadmap where we got some really good shots of the interior and the cab for the 700. So looking at those shots, they looked utterly fantastic, and I'm personally really looking forward to getting my hands on that. So yeah, check out the channel next week to see my first look at it. It's also nice to see that a manual will be, I think I did see that somewhere. Yeah, a manual will be actually coming with the Class 700, which is a bit of a rarity. But I think as well, the key thing to point out here is that we've got pricing announced. So the Class 700 will be £12.99, €15.99 and $16.99. So that's pretty much in line with most new loco DLCs we see. I think that's pretty reasonable. Hopefully it comes with a good number of services and scenarios as well to go with it. So as I sort of said, there'll be the Class 700 preview in a couple of days' time, but actually they've released this video of a little bit of a showcase for it. So let's just watch this and see what it's all about. Does look nice, I have to say. You have to apologize. I think it's stuck in 360 P, so it's still rendering, I think. Those sounds do sound really quite good. I'm impressed. I can imagine this will be fun on Southeastern High Speed. And there we go, a bit of an interior shot. And I think, there we go. I love that view all the way down at the carriage there. I love the openness of it. And I think that'll be quite good walking up and down. So we've got some really good shots there and some listen to some of the sounds, which I think, personally speaking, sound okay. I don't know the train very well, never ridden on it, but I'm sure people will be able to let me know. So, yep. Got a little bit more about the 700. We've talked about the difference in the noises between the AC and DC traction motors. And, yeah, I think this is going to be... will be quite fun, and they have some quite good performance looking at it. Approaching the station at 50 and still made it to stop. That's good effort. I'm sure I will have a lot of fun with the Class 700. So the Class 700 will be complete with a passenger experience on Southeastern High Speed, bringing an additional 80 services and a bumper pack of 7 scenarios. Wow, okay. I didn't expect that many scenarios. We typically see maybe 3, 4, 5 at a push, but 7. That's interesting. I'm curious to see whether we get perhaps another go at guard mode on the Class 700. We'll hopefully find out on Thursday. And bit stiff. They've just been for A to B, but they're solid. So good or fun. Okay, so a little bit more detail on the 700 there. During the testing, we've identified some, so those as well, what we're running for. Okay, so if you're on certain consoles, you may see a smaller timetable as a result of some memory issues, and hopefully that's not too severe, and you obviously still get you know, the full experience of that Class 700, maybe just not as busy on Southeastern High Speed. And then they've not been able to put the stop markers that were in the previous, mentioned in the previous roadmap into the launch, but they're firmly in our sights. No, it's always something, isn't it? Something that you know, certainly it's very disappointing, and that was sort of drawn out as a kind of a key feature in the last roadmap, all just to be pulled at the last minute. Confirmation that work is continuing on the new German loco, but again, no further news as to what that is or when that will be coming. We talked extensively last time about the New York Trenton timetable update, and that feels like it's gone a little bit backwards based on this here. So we're continuing to work on an improved timetable, waiting for a core dispatcher improvement in order to complete the development on the timetable. It needs to be tested and iterated on, so a little way off yet. As a little disappointing, because you know, certainly when we had the last update in the last roadmap, it kind of gave the indication that it was close, but clearly not. So we'll wait and see. And then we've got a piece around the Train Sim World 3 core improvements and content patches. So there was a large patch at the start of the month, and the Southeastern High Speed timetable was updated in preparation for the 700, which inadvertently caused another bug where players were spawning in random locations, which was very, very odd. So that has also now been fixed, thankfully. But yeah, that was unintended consequence of that patch. So the long-awaited HST Livery Designer has been finally released, and that saga has been going on for months and months and months. Missing Peninsula Corridor and Oakville Corridor baby bullet services fix. Oh, we've heard that a long time. That one's been going on for a little while as well. No other further update on the Train Sim World 2 Preservation Crew releases. We know there's a whole host of them waiting to be tested for release. So it's a shame that doesn't seem like it's any further forward. And then here's a quick summary of the contents of the patches released in the past month. So as I said, sort of up front, Midland Main Line, Linke, Rheinstrecke have both been updated today. And actually earlier in the month as well. So this is the June 7th patch. It also touched on Bremen Oldenburg content and Rivet content. So it was a pretty hefty update, that one. We then had the Southeastern High Speed Timetable, which inadvertently obviously caused that little bit of that spawning location bug, which was then fixed on the 29th. And then we're talking about the upcoming patches for July, which actually is today. So we've had the Midland Mainline patch, which fixed quite a number of things that were originally missed from the Midland Mainline on the 7th of June. So that one took a little while to come out, because I think it sort of backstory to that was there were some files missing from the patch, and then took a little while for it to finally reach us. But it's here now, main thing. Another update to Linke Rheinstrecke. So the BR103 has had some braking improvements. We've had some updates to the PZB and the magnets associated with that. Improved lighting in main station. Yeah, there was some very odd behavior with the lighting, and then fixed flooded training. Pretty good. HST Livery Designer. All now available for use in the Livery Designer, which is great. Finally, the HST numbering and lettering on the coaches have been fixed. That has been such a bugbear for me for quite some time. And then they've disabled substitution of HST in Class 66 in scenarios. This prevents random errors. Okay, fine. And then planned for later this month. So as I sort of said, Niddertalbahn will get a post-release patch. So there'll be improved wheel motion blur, sharpening to some scenery, added magnetic brake functionality to BR628. That'll be interesting to see what that's like. Some audio improvements. Fixed tail lights not switching on for AI services after changing direction. Okay, PIS should now display a destination after the save game reload. So not a and more. Oh, what's the and more? That'll be some tutorial fixes for Dresden, Bakerloo Line and Hamburg-Lübeck, and the remaining spawn-on foot issues for Southeastern High Speed. I've not seen any further. Not seen any further issues when I've been playing Southeastern High Speed, but I guess some people are still experiencing it. And other updates with that current release. So we've got some post-release improvements for Glossop, Peninsula, and then we talked about these already. So we then jump into the third-party developer update, the partner program, and we've got an update from Skyhook Games and Just Trains. So Skyhook continue to make improvements on Midland Mainline. So we'll see what further improvements come along. We know the announcement of the USA Scenario and Livery Pack. We don't know what route that will be on, but I'd hazard a guess that it could be Horseshoe Curve, since that was originally developed by them. And then we've got an update from Just Trains, which is a couple more teasers of the route and possibly the loco as well. So we'll have a look at that. So summer's arrived. They continue fantastic progress, having completed 38 miles, leaving only 10 miles left to detail. So they're making good progress, but still feels a little bit way off if they are still doing the detailing on the route. All the large stations are completed, so actually that's probably a bulk of the work. And so yeah, I think it's that, I have to say, is looking pretty impressive. I love that we've got a lot of line side clutter as well. It's looking very nice, I have to say. And then we've got the other assets that the route requires are all coming along very nicely. And our rail vehicle is looking Hellfire and is currently having the simulgraph and sounds created for it. And we've got if you can work out what that is for, I'm going to guess, and this has been a lot of rumors on the forum, that this is a pacer. So we'll see if that is true. And we get another little bit of a tease of the livery itself. You can see the BR logo there. But this is, it's from what we've been teased today, it does look like it will be a fantastic route. So I'm looking forward to that. And then we have the inside development, the update process, which is just around sort of taking you through how they go from, I guess, identifying bugs and dealing with fixing them and then testing them. So yeah, if you're interested in that, check out, that's a read for you. And then we've just really a confirmation of what we've gone through already. So hopefully you've enjoyed that one. If you have, please hit that like button, also consider subscribing, and that wraps up our walkthrough for the July roadmap. So hopefully you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.